Vance, 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 and you're going to say, on you! JD Vance! Shame on you! Fascist creeps! Off our streets! Fascist creeps! Off our streets! And giving away hundreds of millions of pounds from us, the people of this country, to those billionaires, which is absolutely shameful. So... There
we go. Oh. From the Indivisibles, right? What's that? Are you the...
The roads have been blocked. I had friends that couldn't even get sort of a 20-minute journey up the road because they were having to wait for the cars to pass. Roads have been blocked. Police are sort of everywhere. Chipping Norton, you rarely even see one police car, but we're seeing vans, we're seeing loads just dotting past, and it's all for this man who slags off our country in one breath and then wants to holiday here 6 months later. I think it's just hypocrisy. So police are being overly used in a place where we rarely even see them, and it's outrageous, I would say.
A JD Vance not welcome party. And facing basically the way I'm facing and looking over that way.
He's on his holiday. I normally wouldn't protest against people on their holiday, but there's clearly a political angle to this. He spent the weekend with our Foreign Secretary, and so I think that means that anything goes, really. I think you have to be respectful of people, but at the same time he's here, he's carrying out political business, and it's appropriate to carry out a political protest.
Shame on you! JD Vance! Shame on you! JD Vance! Shame on you! Fascist creeps! Off our streets! Fascist creeps! Off our streets! And once more, Vance, Vance, Vance!
Charlsbury is an interesting place that we actually have lots of people coming to visit all the time. Celebrities. We had Kamala Harris here a couple of weeks ago. Without this kind of uproar, I appreciate why it needs to be done. I've got no pushback against the fact that it's the taxpayers' money or anything like that. It's actually I don't like the guy and want to come in and let that be known.
Vance, Vance! Out, out, out! Vance, Vance, Vance! Out, out, out! Woo! Well done, everyone. Pieces in the hands of Putin's regime, and whose sovereignty has been under attack. Out, out, out! Now, this is a man whose regime is authoritarian. It is Vance, Vance! Out, out, out! Woo! Well done. Woo! Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Well, I would say it's just been very strange. We've never had anything like this before, and I think it's probably pretty unparalleled anywhere actually in the UK that you seal an entire village off and mount this incredible security operation. It's not like it's Buckingham Palace or Downing Street or somewhere where, this is a tiny village in the middle of Oxfordshire, and this massive kind of Americanized security operation has been imposed upon us. We've got Secret Service people everywhere, we've got checkpoints everywhere. You've got to provide the IDs of anyone who wants to come and visit you. It's just completely extraordinary. As I say, the fact that this is in aid of JD Vance makes it much worse. So there's only one road that goes in and out of the village, and that's been closed at both ends. There's a police roadblock there, and there are various footpaths that come into the village, and they've all been closed off too. So no one can get in unless you're on the list either of residents or you've given the names and details of people who you'd like to come and visit. But unless you are either a resident or on an approved list provided by one of us, you won't get in. So we're feeling very much like we've been kind of sealed off from the outside world, which we have been. I mean, I would say that the village, like most places around here, is very much live and let live, and people are generally happy with politicians and celebrities and so on. There are plenty of them around here. David Cameron lives in the village. Everyone's used to that, but this is a totally different scale of security operation, and so that's one thing, and would be pretty unpleasant in itself. But the fact that it's in aid of this appalling person who just stands for racism and bigotry and hatred and I don't think one can treat him and the administration that he's vice president of as normal politicians. What's happening in America is not normal. The fact that all this is in aid of JD Vance, who is a deeply objectionable person who bullied Zelensky in the Oval Office and told him to say thank you, who's busy deporting foreign students if they stand up for Palestine and Gaza, who's pushing an agenda of racism and bigotry and hatred, who's pushing America along the road to fascism. I don't think I feel, and many others feel, we can't allow someone like that to come into our village and not say something publicly against it.